The Watts family murders, a father's cold-blooded betrayal. My friend Shanann is missing, her phone's here, her car's here, but she's just gone. It started with a worried friend and a quiet house in Frederick, Colorado. The front door was locked. The children's shoes were by the stairs. Shanann Watts' car sat in the driveway, but she and her two little girls had vanished. Within hours, police would discover a betrayal so horrific, it would shake America. A smiling husband. A seemingly perfect family. And beneath it all, a nightmare no one could have imagined. Shanann Watts was a 34-year-old mother of two. She was bright, ambitious, and deeply in love with her daughters, Bella and Celeste. She ran a successful business from home and often posted cheerful family updates on Facebook. Her husband, Chris Watts, worked in the oil industry. He was quiet, reserved, and by all accounts, a devoted father and husband. Montage of Shanann with her daughters, smiling on social media, Chris mowing the lawn, family birthday parties, vacations. They lived in a suburban neighborhood that seemed pulled from a postcard. But behind closed doors, tensions were rising. Chris was having an affair with a coworker. His demeanor had changed. He lost weight, started working out more. Shanann noticed the distance. Text overlays of Shanann's messages to friends. Chris has been cold. I feel like something's wrong. I just want our family back. On August 13, 2018, Shanann returned home from a business trip around 1:48 a.m. Surveillance footage caught her entering the house. It would be the last time anyone saw her alive. By noon that day, Shanann's friend Nicole became worried. She hadn't heard from her. The kids missed a doctor's appointment. Shanann's phone and purse were still in the house. Nicole called the police. Body cam footage from officers arriving at the Watts home. Chris appears on camera nervous, distracted. Chris told officers he had no idea where Shanann was. He said they'd had an emotional conversation that morning, but he left for work around 5:15 a.m. and hadn't heard from her since. But something didn't add up. There were no signs of forced entry. Shanann's car, her wedding ring, even the kids' blankets, all still there. And Chris? He seemed too calm. Officer to Chris, you seem pretty relaxed about all this. Chris, I'm just hoping she's okay. I really am. That night, Chris went on television, pleading for his family's return. News footage of Chris. Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. I miss you. We all miss you. But behind those hollow eyes, a monstrous truth was already known to him. Police began digging deeper. Shanann's phone revealed concerning messages. Her friend Nicole confirmed Shanann suspected Chris of cheating. Investigators brought Chris in for questioning. His story started to crack. Interrogation room with Chris sitting nervously. Detective, did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance? Chris, no sir. But polygraph results screamed otherwise. Polygrapher, Chris, this did not go well for you. 2 days later, under pressure, Chris confessed but not the full truth. He claimed Shanann had killed the children and in a fit of rage he killed her. Investigators didn't buy it. Later the horrific truth came out. Chris had strangled Shanann in their bed while she was 15 weeks pregnant. He then smothered his daughters, Bella and Celeste, and drove their lifeless bodies to an oil site where he buried Shanann in a shallow grave and stuffed the girls into oil tanks. Slow pan across oil site, cut to courtroom sketches of Chris. The raw horror of it all stunned the world. A father who looked loving and calm on social media had committed one of the most cold-blooded crimes in recent memory. Chris Watts was arrested and charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, unlawful termination of a pregnancy, and tampering with a body. In November 2018, he pled guilty to avoid the death penalty. Courtroom footage judge pronouncing 5 life sentences. This is the most inhumane and vicious crime I've handled in my entire career. Chris was sentenced to 5 life terms without the possibility of parole. The case sent shockwaves across the globe. It sparked documentaries, news specials, and online theories. But at the center of it all remained 3 innocent lives: Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, taken by the one person meant to protect them. Candlelight vigil, photos of the family, tears in the community. How does a man go from loving father to family annihilator? The Watts case reminds us that evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it smiles in family photos. Sometimes it says, "I love you," before committing the unthinkable. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. We may never understand what truly went on in Chris Watts' mind, but we remember the lives lost. We tell their story. And we refuse to let their voices be silenced. Because sometimes the only witness left is the story itself.